I think that's the most sleep I've gotten for some time. What are the antics? Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, you guys, your comments are so lovely. Yeah, that's really awesome that you guys are feeling this the way that I am. It seems that you guys are all sort of on board. It's a very, very spiritual moment here for us. Hello, doll. Hi. Yeah, it's very symbolic. So, yeah, we will talk about the whole back end. But in terms of the antics, okay, and I know some people have been asking, like, what's their sign? Sagittarius Sun, Venus, Mercury in Capricorn, and Jupiter in Pisces. Isaac and Alex are playing right now. As per usual, they're going crazy on each other. They love each other. Yeah, just a ball. Jade is like kind of an observer right now, just upon their work. But yeah, so, and Dono Rising, I'll maybe be able to rectify that at some point. But as far as we know, oh, Jay's trying to get in. Oh my god, this is the first time that they would actually all like kind of play. But yeah, he's definitely stimulated. He wants to kind of like understand what's going on. Hi, doll. You're doing very well. Oh, yes, you are. Yeah, it's normal. Don't worry. They're dash hounds. It's funny because, like, I can see the dash hound in them. And there really is, I mean, they're very, yeah, dash hound is his own. Look at them. Oh my god. So, this is the first of, yeah, the most important of the episode is that Alexander's eating everyone's food. I gotta work with him on that. He listens. Now he's definitely, you know, before it was like he would take it out of their mouth and he would run away, and that's totally not okay. And so yeah, we had to train him on that. And so he's still like, he's vacuuming everything up, you know, that he can possibly. He's obviously still growing, you know, he's a puppy. Isaac was never that food focused. Even just in general, I mean, he's more focused on, he loves to just lay around, and he's always choosing these really comfy spots around the house. Isaac wants to be in your lap. Kind of like he wants to be around you. He's more he's Gemini. He needs to be more around you. Like Isaac, Alex is more, I mean, this is a very plushy bed. I can definitely chill here for a few minutes. You know, hi Alex, hi doll. He's very sweet. They all have their characters, you know, so. But yeah, this is the first of their sort of, but it's just very interesting, you know, and they've both been really, really welcoming to Jade. They're just kind of, they're in concert together. It's really, really cool to watch too, actually, because at first I was, a little bit worried, because, you know, I mean, Isaac, we're bringing, like, all of a sudden, listen, I mean, Isaac was like my only dog. Like we were just, you know, two peas in a pod. I mean, you guys saw, you know. I was like, yeah, I could do this, you know. But then I started feeling like, I feel like he needs a brother, you know. He needs siblings. Like I can't be his. I just can't. I mean, it's not fair, you know, to him. I mean, I know some people live and light, you know. Personally, I just did not feel comfortable, like, and so it started to turn into, like, I was taking him everywhere, which I love, but as he got bigger, Isaac is, like, he's not a little dog. He's not a little toy dog. He's a dog. He's a very strong dog. He's very determined as well. Like, if he freaking wants, even as a puppy, you know, so it's not the type of thing where, like, I could just, you know, pop him in my person. He is getting a little, do anything with my time and not feel bad leaving him at home, you know, because he needs stimulation. Let's go. He needs stimulation, and I just felt intuitively that there was something, there was a pack calling, so oh my god, they're kind of like just staring at each other. So now it was literally like, I was planning on Isaac being my one and only, And then, without going to the whole story, you know, yeah, I had the whole situation just set up more or less for him, and I was treating him like as one would an only child. So he was getting a lot of attention, all my attention, all my love, you know, all of everything. And he still is, but it's, you know, it's different. Like, you're adding another factor in. So I was very careful with Alex, you know, to make sure that Isaac would have, you know, not the feeling that this is detracting from his life. I wanted him to realize, not be so focused on the fact that there's another dog, and just be able to sort of see what benefit it can also give to him, and see past that, you know, the ego energy, basically. Because hello, oh my god, guys, they literally are like, they're just loving on each other. But yeah, I was a little bit concerned because, you know, when we did bring Alex, I told you guys about what happened, right? Yeah, tell him what he was doing. So, first of all, Isaac was humping him like crazy. He was just humping him like any minute he got, and so we had to correct that. Then, but Alex was very cold towards him, and this was also adding, I feel, to the dynamic. Like, he just was kind of coming in, like, big puppy style. He was less interested in Isaac. Alex has always been that way, though, even from his, you know, his puppy videos. Like, I noted that his temperament, he's definitely a Scorpio. He at first he was like, bro, get off me. It's like, I had to kind of make it clear, you know, this is bro's house, and this is bro S's house too, and you gotta, like, look at us as kind of, you know, well, yeah, I mean, he is very loving, but he can get very Capricorn, and he can get, yeah. So, but it is, you know, in some ways also just like a defense, but he got past that, and then he warmed up. And Isaac and them have been good, but there is, you know, he's a very strong personality, Alex. So, he's a life path number 1. Isaac is a life path 33. Jade is 7. So, yeah. And anyways, he's got 4 planets in Scorpio. Alex, will reiterate, we've been saying this over and over. But yeah, he's got 4 planets in Scorpio, moon in Capricorn, Mars and Gemini in retrograde. Don't know his rising. I would love to rectify it. I did with Isaac. I'm pretty sure he's a Sag rising. Anywho's, Isaac is a moon in Aquarius, very close to Pisces. He's got, pretty sure rising Sagittarius, and Sun in Gemini, Mercury in Gemini, and he has Jupiter in Aries. He's got Venus in Aries as well. Mars in Pisces. Did you hear that out there? He just hooted himself. He did an astral show. Okay, so yeah, so, you know, they're just different temperaments. And Isaac, you know, they do have their moments a little bit. Like, it was a little bit at first, like, okay, I was scared a little bit, you know, because Isaac was like, who's this guy in our house, you know, and he's ignoring me, like, basically, you know, and he was kind of at first, like, freaked out. I mean, naturally. So, but now they're cool. And now that Jade's in, Jade right now is young, so but they're very gentle with him, which is, I mean, I'm so happy to see that. There's no humping, there's none of that, you know. They're all really sweet to him. When he first came in, they were just like sniffing all up on him, and yeah, it's a huge relief, honestly. I was hoping that it wouldn't have to, you know, because having even 2 dogs. I mean, Alex is more chill, though. Even when he arrived, he was just like, hey, cool, what's up? Like, let me come down and say hi. Like, get out of my room for a second. Stop playing my video games, and what's up? And then he went back to his bed. I'm telling you, like, but yeah, Isaac is more in the mind, you know. He's more very stimulated, high strung. He needs to, you know, see, watch, observe, interact, and, you know, kind of coordinate even, you know, so, you know, now sometimes it is like, he forgets to, you know, he doesn't tend to his physical needs as much. Let's say Alex does. Alex, hey, psst, psst, Alex, come. Alex is, you know, he's always sort of, eating on time, and drinking on time, and drinking other, you know, people's water and food, and you know, it's interesting. They're just very different, as everybody is very different. So, but yeah, he's a Sag, So Jade is a Sagittarius, Sun, Venus, Mercury again in Capricorn, we said, right? So Moon in Gemini, Mars in Gemini. Oh, he's doing the stretchies. You guys, this is literally like first day footage you guys are seeing. Oh my god. I wanted to share it with y'all. Really just couldn't hold it back. Come here, Alex. Hi, doll. This is definitely a puppy carpet right now. It's filthy, absolutely just, I mean, no, it's recently washed, but it's relatively, this is not like, how we would normally keep it. I'm sure that's obvious, but I also want to mention, it's so funny because people were like, oh my god, are you gonna be moving into a bigger place? It's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, we've been on the verge, you know. We are working with spirit on that. Personally, even like just for myself, I mean, I've been wanting to move. I love my space, but I have been wanting to move. But spirit guides have, you know, yeah, really motion towards staying longer. At least, you know, for the past years, they did not, I guess, yeah, stay here longer. It's like, okay, so did that, you know, it is getting small for myself, but they are small. And the good thing is that, you know, Isaac and Alexander, they're, you know, they're running under the bed into these little like tunnels. They really love it. There's an open space under the bed. But I mean, who doesn't want more space? You know, it's like, I mean, this is cool. Like, I like the whole, I feel like I'm living in like a ship cellar. What is it? Like a little ship ward, a ship room. I don't know. And yeah, so it's, you know, but, yeah, I feel like elevation is coming, and the clue for me was when a reading, this was before I knew that we were getting Jade, before I even knew Jade. I was looking, the reading came through about someone getting more equipment, studio equipment. I think it was an Aries reading. My Venus is Aries, my Moon is in the house of Aries, Pluto in the house of Aries. I have a lot of Aries overall in my birth chart. Anywho's, Mars in the ruling house, Scorpio. Let's go to the heart chakra. So, yeah, Scorpio rising. But yeah, Scorpio is ruled by Mars as well, similar to. Okay, there's a lot of details. This, yeah. Are you okay, Alex? Cough it out. Cough it out. So, yeah, and I always resonate very much, generally, I mean, in different ways, though, with Aries. And so I knew, though, that reading, I was, like, I was seeing specifically, like, studio equipment, like, for a musician, you know, I was seeing, like, real big instruments, which is someone's message. But for myself, I was, like, I had no idea, you know? I don't even think we had gotten Alex at that point. If anyone remembers that reading, I don't think, yeah. It was relatively short notice, honestly, for all of them. I had wanted a dachshund for years. I mean, really, honestly, ever since college, I was just in love with the dachshund. I had a really good friend, just the sweetest Korean girl in college, and she was so sweet. I had a really strong connection to her. We were in art together. Anyways, wow, this is a very sentimental. And so, yeah, video. Are you okay, Alex? So, yes, and she had a dachshund. She was, like, posting on her Instagram pictures. I was like, oh, that's really sweet. So, yeah, I always kind of had my eye on them. And almost adopted one during COVID time, like mid-COVID times. And it just didn't work out. Like, no matter what, I was applying, like, left and right. You guys remember I told you the story. I was really actually, like, I was, like, really sad at one point because I thought I found this dog. I was like, oh my god, I really want to adopt this dog. And then it just, yeah. A lot of these places, I mean, they were just, like, they were just not getting back to you, or it was just crazy. So, yeah, with the restrictions, the requirements, I mean, it's like applying for, like, a loan, you know, mortgage, I mean, to rescue a dog. So, which is good, you know, to make sure that people can really, rather than just, yeah, kind of filtering out impulsive interest, I guess. But anyways, it was really heartbreaking because, yeah, I thought I was, like, really gonna maybe get this one dachshund dog. It was a mix, I think. It didn't work out. And there was a reading. It was like, yeah, you're gonna, it was something about a puppy you adopt, and then you're really sad, and then it has a new family. Yeah. So, but then it's gonna come around. Anyways, this was like a year before. Well, yeah, a year later, Isaac. It went through the whole separation. I had a really intense cutting of a cord. It was very intense. I mentioned that to you guys. It was very emotional. One of the most intense soul ties that I think I've ever worked with in 3D to this point. And I had to really, really work through that. And once I did, there was just this one day that came along. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry again. Yeah, I'll never forget it. Oh, it was the full moon in Cancer. Yeah, I was on my bike. I remember I was doing a bike ride. We did it together, actually. We were on Astro Chat. We were riding through nature, yeah. And someone, I think Preston, mentioned, they're like, I could just see a little like baby in your front basket or something like that. And it was the weirdest thing, because I literally had a vision of like a little puppy in the front of the basket. Anyway, I wasn't necessarily like consciously, yeah, but I had that sort of thought, in Cancer, very much baby fever season types of vibes. Anyhow, the love was in the air. I remember we did an astro. I went to a cafe later, and I told you guys the story. I saw the dash hound on the corner sitting there. Yeah, so there are a lot of clues from spirit that prepared up to that point. They were really sort of like making it like kind of clear that something was on the horizon. And but it was honestly a matter of minutes. I saw that dash hound. It was the clue for me, and it was the clue. And yeah, that this is it. Like I gotta do this. And it was one of those moments very similar to when I started the channel. When I started this channel, there was no let's pull out the blueprint. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but Alex, are you eating that though? That's a cardboard now, though. Okay. So the name Alchemy and You was something impulsive. The minute that intuitive. The minute that I decided to officially pursue the channel, and I got clearance from spirit on that. It was that was also guided, very guided. And the numbers followed 444 all through each of one of these guys too. Okay, these guys too, meeting them, everything was marked by 444, certain, number sequences. So anywho, because honestly, I was kind of freaked out. I was like, oh my God, am I doing this? But yeah, and Spirit was like, that's it, we're gonna do it. So I was like, okay. So yeah, I didn't think about really the name. It was as if I had already known. It was just, yeah. So anyway, it was very similar to that, and searched dash hounds on Google literally, and his picture popped up. I said, that's my dog, I know it. I saw his picture, his eyes, oh my God. I just looked at me. Oh my God. I just knew it, and yeah, I got him right there. More left. So thank you so much, Colleen, for your super chat. That's very kind. Colleen, thank you so much over the years showing up here for the storytelling. Yeah, and after that, Alexander, and so it was all just really kind of, yeah, serendipitous. So we could go years with explanation to every bit of the storyline, but yeah, we'll do that maybe another time. Yeah, at some point there's just so much. So, and Jade, I mean, yeah, I was not expecting, guys. It was a month. So to say it was relatively very quick. It was a short notice, okay? Yeah, but it took him a while to come in. So I knew about Isaac like months. I think it was months. The phone's gonna die. Alex, I knew like the day I knew about Alex was literally that day that we had done. So okay, it was the day we did that one bonus January read. His name came through, and then Spirit was talking. Guys, sorry about that. The phone cut there. The phone died. So let's clear it and listen, buddy. So yeah, we were saying. Let's clear all the way down. Let's say, buddy, all the way down, all the way up through the crown. So yeah, it was that day. We did the January reading where I was wearing. Yeah, it was a bonus. It was like, what does Spirit want you to not, or like bonus messages, something. It was like, what does Spirit not want you to not lose faith with, hope with, and his name came through. And that night, after I got Isaac, I kept looking into puppies, and I'm like, I felt I was going crazy. Like, maybe this is just like my Sag moon. No, it was definitely sun. You want to go up, Isaac? So I was like looking at puppies, and I happened to find his brother. And for the longest time, I was like, maybe, I can have his brother. Like a sibling, that would be kind of cool. But even when I got him, I was thinking maybe, I could get one of his siblings. Because, yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad to think that they get separated, but it's better for them in the long run, they say. So I've researched and heard that they do better when they're solo and they develop their sort of identity on their own, and then you can get another dog. Otherwise they become kind of a little bit monstrous around other dogs. They can become kind of bullyish. So anyway, so then after that point, I was looking for puppies, and then I saw Alexander. When I saw his picture that night, I thought of that reading. It was a Pisces read. It was, I think, Pisces. It said something Alexandria, and for whatever reason I knew. And I think, even so many other... Alexander, I think, has been coming here for some time. Anyways, maybe. Maybe. But it was the picture. I know. See, when I see it, I know. There's something in the eyes, eye contact, if it's with people, for example. But I saw his picture, and I told you guys about the story with Alexander. See, Spirit gives these clues. Yeah, look, I'm seeing 404. Look at this. 10:33 p.m. So, it's that was my clue for me. I have a connection, very strong connection to, for however reason, the name Alexander. And so when I saw his picture, I was like, oh my God, this is, and it was relatively short notice. He came quickly, more quickly than Isaac. Isaac was too small. So, guys, he's literally just chilling. Hi, Jade. Hello. Hi. He was nibbling on Isaac's coat. So, now, this Aries reading was talking about music equipment. My sister's in Aries. I immediately thought of her in that reading. I was like, oh, this is probably my sister. She's gonna move, probably, getting more, equipment for her band or whatever, her band, she's in a few bands. And I literally saw someone moving. And it was something like you're gonna have, more equipment. Now, there's no question you're gonna have to move. So, I am a South Node Cancer. I am very nostalgic about everything. I can really be very nostalgic. I could get very nostalgic, and whether or not I want to admit it, I get very, very attached, and I do. The end. And I can, if it weren't for certain situations to push you out, I will just still be living there, It's just, I don't like to change, especially, home. That's something very, is something very, very particular. I don't know. And I'm Pisces. I have a grand water trine. I have a lot of water in the chart. I'm very nostalgic like that. I don't like to, it's even if it's not optimal, which is not really right. I mean, because it's been a good space, but it's very small. I wouldn't recommend that. This is crazy. Honestly, I don't, I don't think it's not cool for anybody to be living, yeah, I mean, I'm talking about myself, you know, I'm talking about human, okay, yeah. I feel like, honestly, yeah. Hey, Alex, you're ruining it all. No. Alex, you have so many chew toys. Give me some, guys. I know. They love to chew on what is not meant to be chewed on, you know? There's something they just feel, you know, in the Jane. You guys, where are your toys? They're all over the floors. And so, yeah, but then it was so funny because it clicked. I was like, oh, that's my message. You know, this is the studio equipment. But as Spirit wants it, you know, it's just been freaking weird because even like every time I get close to wanting to move, something pops up. Something weird, you know? So I just said, you know what, hands off, like this is what's meant. Spirit wants, yeah, until a certain point, you can't force it, you know, and for so many times I've almost, but it's always, you know, not pushing the agenda of the universe, we're not here, you know, like, and so in a way I'm like, okay, well, and I really feel like I've maximized more or less this space. I've understood how to work with it, kind of, to make it work, sort of, but I would not mind more space, personally, myself. This is not a space for someone who's got a lot of clothes, shoes, yeah, I mean, and yeah, so personally, maybe you're in this predicament, you know, I wouldn't recommend, I mean, I cannot say that, this is up to you, you know, I mean, I've been living in a studio for almost like 6 years now, between this studio and the prior that I was in, and I lived in a studio also when I lived in New York, that was like years ago, but yeah, I personally feel like if I were to set up society in a certain way, I don't think this is right. And especially, yeah, I mean, this is not like human, you know? So personally, I would love to have more space. I know everyone's like, oh my God, you guys, you're gonna move now? Hopefully. We'll see though, loving that, I'm very grateful. But, yeah, I think that, yeah, well, it is what is meant. Oh my God, they're playing. But yeah, they seem to have enough relative space now. The good thing is that we do have a lot of outdoor space. We do have a dog, a space that really easily tends to dogs outdoors. It's great. It works, but in terms of like really, especially because, yeah, I mean, most of what I do, this would be a space for someone who's like, or a studio in general, would be for someone who's never at home, maybe. Or, you know, but it's okay. Again, but I do feel Spirit maybe saying it's time. But I'm very nostalgic. And it's not easy to let go of stuff. Until the really right moment comes and then you're like, okay, I can do it. I'm strong enough to do it. So, anyhow, yeah, he's a husky mix. So they say. Let's play a throw track, right? Yeah. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll come back maybe with another part. You guys let me know how you like this video. And, yeah, thank you for joining along the ride. It's been really magical, and I feel like, we've all really made very great use of this carpet. Bye, guys.